Hi, my name's Stephen Cuthbert, and this is my extended sober story. I'm coming up to 6 months sober now, half a year, and looking back over the years, would I be able to sit here and say I'd be sober for 6 months? Definitely not. I never thought I had it in me. Obviously, I do. So all I'm trying to say is if I can do it, you can do it too. If you want to give up the drink, you've got to start today. You've got to want to do it for yourself, nobody else. And I know you've probably heard that before, but that for me is the vital part of starting your recovery journey. Needing and wanting to do it for yourself is the ultimate way to start your journey. I've tried over the years to give up drink, and I was doing it for other people, half-heartedly doing it for other people, not really wanting to do it for myself, hurting people along the way. And I think that's where drink became an issue for me, was when I'd wake up the next morning and realise what I'd done to people. There was no worse feeling in the world than waking up and picking your phone up and thinking, oh, what have I said last night? And then just reading text back, and the shame in yourself, along with the hurt you've caused the other people as well. It was just a vicious cycle which I didn't even want to be in. I did not want to be a part of that, but I found myself day in, day out going in this cycle round all the time. And I didn't think there was a way out. To be honest, I didn't think there was. I just thought this was going to be it forever. Like, I just thought, I'll get these girlfriends and friends and they'll just stand by me and they'll put up with everything that I cause. And it didn't work that way, which was a big eye-opener when I went to rehab. It was the 21st of February this year. I had my last drink. It was that night I did something stupid again, and it was the morning after where I knew myself, and I remember crying the night before when I was drunk to my sister saying, I need help, I need to get out of this. And it was the next day then myself and my family rang around and found a rehab in Bradford, which on the 23rd of February I was there. So the 22nd is my sober date. Got it tattooed there, so it's just a little reminder, not that I need reminding. But the 23rd I went off to Bradford, the Oasis in Bradford, for 28 days, and within 2 or 3 hours I was ready to go. I wanted to go home. I didn't know how I'd get through not seeing my kids for 28 days when the most I've ever gone is like 4 days. And I was thinking, I'm never going to be able to do that. I won't be able to see my family or friends. I just don't like my surroundings. I was uncomfortable. I was with strange people. I was in a place where I was already trying to convince myself I didn't need to be there. I was looking around the room and I was like, well, I'm not as bad as them. I don't need to be here. I even tried speaking to the actual manager of the rehab, and I had a conversation with him, and I said, I don't believe I need to be here. I feel like I've been ripped off for the 28 days. I only need 2 weeks. At the time, I believed that, but I think when my first 4 days were up, and a conversation with the deputy manager there, I realised I did need to be there. The deputy manager said something to me which stuck with me, and it's part of my song called Breathe. He said, Stephen, not many people get this opportunity. You've got to take these 28 days and it's just time to pull up your big boy pants and suck it up. At first I was like, why are you talking to me like that? Don't tell me what to do. And that was my ego, which is another song. That was just my ego taking over, and I was livid. I was thinking, well, you can't tell me that. So I went up to my room in rehab and sat there on the edge of my bed looking out the window. I was like, I'm going home. But I thought, right, I'm going to chill out before I go down and say I'm going. I sat there and I thought, you know what, Stephen, he's right. He's right with what he said. It is time to pull up my big boy pants and just stick at something that makes me feel uncomfortable for once. And sat here now, knowing I'll be coming up half a year sober, I think that was the turning point for me, was that little conversation. Them 4 first days in rehab, in my own mind, I let go of that old ego and then just started to embrace where I was. And I didn't realise how much of an influence I was within the actual group itself. I think that played part in me sticking at it as well for the first couple of weeks, because knowing I was kind of making a difference inside, I still wasn't really thinking it was doing anything for me at that point. And just seeing people down and me offering support, and then them coming back saying, all right, thanks for that, Stephen. And I remember one lad in there, he said one thing to me which has also stuck with me. He said, if you could bottle up your positivity and sell it, you'd be a billionaire. And for me, it's a compliment, because I do try to stay positive. I do always try to be positive. Obviously, you can't be positive all the time, but I think the majority of the time I can be. And I can be happy now as well. I've never, hand on my heart, I've never been ultimately happy in my adult life, which sounds extreme. There's been happy points, but I don't think I've found myself fully until probably the 3rd week in rehab, when I knew I had a week left and I was going back out to the real world. And I was like, can I just stay here a little bit longer? Leaving new friends, leaving this environment which was safe, which was, for me, amazing. Not that I want to go back to rehab, but it was good getting up on a morning and having that support around you, because for me, it's crazy that the people that you've just met, you become so close. Now, I'm still really close with a few of the lads from there now, and good friends now. And I'm like, walking through them doors for the first time, I was thinking, I won't speak to anybody. I'll just do my own thing, get myself better. And I came out like thinking, I want to stay with them. And I'm like, whoa, it's only months down the line when I look back, I can see that now, and I can see all of this, which was why I wrote my album. I did think going into rehab, I'll sit there and I'll write loads of new songs in my spare time. It'll take my mind away from where I am. I wrote 2 pages of verses to songs which haven't even came about because I wasn't in the zone. People like, well, when you get out, you might have a brand new album on this. And I was like, well, we'll see. But yeah, Hell and Back is my new album. That is from the very last time I had a drink right up until around about the 100th, if that's a word, 100th day. I don't even think that's a word, but hey ho, I might cut it there. I probably won't. I'm too lazy. But yeah, anyway, Hell and Back. It's out worldwide now, and it, like I say, it's my sober story. It's what I went through in rehab, and just individual days, conversations, like my song Breathe, that was wrote after my conversation with the deputy manager, but when I had one slot left on my album, I had 3 songs wrote. One was called Groundhog Day, one was called Big Boy Pants, and the other was called Breathe. So I pinched a few lyrics from both of them and put them into Breathe, because Breathe was the song that all 3 were trying to say when I sat back and listened back to them. But yeah, so it's worldwide. It's out on all the usual streaming platforms right now. Yeah, listen. And right now I'm going to do you a live version of my song Crazy. And Crazy is probably one of my favourite songs off this album. It's just stripped back, but it's just a question people did ask me when I came out, what was it like in rehab? And the only thing I could say was, it's crazy, because crazy with emotions, it's crazy place, it's just crazy. Like, there's every emotion you go through within there. You're sad one minute, you're happy, and then you don't want to leave. Yeah, so it was just crazy. So yeah, thanks for listening, and I hope you like this live version of my song Crazy, which is on my album Hell and Back. So yes, if you do like it, stream, give me a like, and give it a little share for me as well. Thank you.
I've seen things upon the face of a man that's given up. He set fire to my problems and disappeared in a smoke. His story broke me and choked me up. And looking back, when I am asked, what was it like, I say the same damn things over again. In hell, it was crazy. There's worse things going on. We got nations dropping bombs. Innocent people are dying every day. And looking back, when I am asked, what was it like, I say the same damn things over again. In hell, it was crazy. Looking back, crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. Crazy.